looking at us with those eyes, but we want to tell you that South Africa has a lot of good people and we have a lot of good stories to tell. And if people and communities work together, everything or anything can be achieved. My prayer is that this unity that is being showed here will not cease after we go back to.
Imraan Choonara joins us now, and he is the CEO of aid group African Muslims Agency in Cape Town. Welcome to the News Hour. How badly have the businesses of minorities been affected by these recent riots?
Well, Maria, first of all, thanks for having us on. And, you just saw from the clip earlier, I tell you, we have not experienced violence of this nature and destruction of this nature since democracy in 1994. The world watched as Nelson Mandela brought an incredible nation of various cultures and various races together. And last week rocked South Africa, the extent to which we have not seen in the last over 20 years, as you mentioned in your clip earlier. So yes, as an aid agency, as a humanitarian organization, as one of many humanitarian organizations that responded to the crisis last week, I tell you, we were fearful for our lives. There were people, the general public, were fearful for their lives. They could not leave their homes. Looting, destruction, burning of property, burning of motor vehicles. It seemed like a war zone. And in South Africa, we have not been used to that for a couple of decades right now.
And tell us about some of the incidents that you've heard about with regards to small businesses.
Well, frankly, Maria, I mean, when I say we've heard about it, our staff witnessed it. We have an office in Kwazulu-natal where most of the unrest occurred. We have an office in Gauteng where a lot of the unrest occurred there as well. And we watched, our staff watched as businesses. You see, once the criminal element got wind of what was happening, of course, it started out as an instigated response to free Jacob Zuma. However, very quickly it became criminal. And many, many large businesses and small businesses. Now, Maria, the impact of small businesses being looted, what we witnessed was people running rampage where the police could not hold back the crowd. Thousands of people, tens of thousands of people came from already poverty-stricken areas in South Africa. Remember, COVID-19 has affected the world in such a manner that people have become desperate, especially people who are living below the poverty line, below the bread line. So here, this situation sparked where people came out in thousands to loot. And the criminal element of that became so devastating that every small business was looted as far as the eye could see in residential areas. Now, the danger of that, Maria, is that residents who live around those businesses, those small businesses, started fearing for their lives, their children. Mm-hmm. And you can imagine the poverty that it exacerbated because of the situation. Ordinary people like yourself and myself, who may have been owners of these businesses or people supporting these businesses, now fell for a short time under poverty. Why? Because they could not access daily food. So not only did the people already suffer with poverty, millions in South Africa were continuing to suffer. Now this caused a suffering that we hadn't seen before, because now people who even had the means to buy food could not access food. There became a shortage of food instantly. Bread, milk, diapers for babies, baby milk, formula for babies, by the thousands. So you were having people begging for bread, milk, diapers, formula for babies, etc., etc.
Imraan, has that stopped now? What is available? For example, what is your aid agency doing to help?
Well, first of all, Maria, many aid agencies, and I want to take my hat off to aid agencies around the country who have come together to assist. For example, instantly, and you heard from those clips earlier that South Africans are a resilient nation, a resourceful nation. There are many good people. So what we're witnessing on your clips right now, yes, was devastating and so fearful and scary to so many people. But having said that, the largest element of a population are good human beings and came together to assist people. So still today, over a week later, there's still a need for milk, for bread, for diapers, for formula, etc. especially in the old age homes and the mental institutions, etc. So our aid agency, like many others, responded immediately with thousands of loaves of bread, thousands of liters of milk that were distributed instantly amongst all the destruction that was happening, because people were fearing for their lives. But as a humanitarian organization, this is what we are called to do. This is what we are meant to be doing. So donors, and then we sent trucks. Tons and tons of food supply on trucks have left Johannesburg and drove through the night to get to KZN, where majority of the unrest was, under high security. We had to arrange security to get it there. And then, of course, we started giving out bread kits. What is a bread kit? Flour, oil, yeast, all of these for people to make bread at home for themselves and their neighbors, because no one could leave their homes for a few days.
Imraan, it's been really great to get that first-hand perspective, and we wish your aid organisation and many others the best of luck with the work that you have to do. Thank you.